whole idea, I would just like to take few minutes sharing with you the idea which was there behind that. We were in the lockdown, and there was a lot of course, Corona itself is a very critical time in our lives, for you children as well as for us, because none of us have seen such dangerous time ever in our lives. And there are a lot of negative emotions around. Kids and elders, all of us are completely surrounded by negative news all over. So this whole idea came that can we come up with a way where all our all our youngsters, children, can engage themselves in a very positive activity, and kind of take inspiration from the ideals which our great civilization, which our great culture offers. And in the midst of negativity, can we have some positivity? So that was the core idea behind coming up with this. And again, it's a lockdown, so nobody was supposed to move out of the house, and so therefore we thought of doing it as a video elocution competition, where we had given you certain choices of there were three groups, and there were three different set of personalities, our divine personalities, which were mentioned, and you were supposed to pick up one from each of the groups, prepare a presentation, and then send it. So this was the program, and I'm very happy to say that the type of response it received was much beyond our imagination. uh, uh, Earlier it started as a thought that probably we will do it among some devotees in Ahmedabad. So our vision was Ahmedabad first, and I think what it ended up happening was that we had representation from 16 states of the country, and it starts from Arunachal Pradesh, it starts from Gujarat. There are a lot of North India and South India and Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh and Pondicherry and Telangana and all of it, West Bengal. And so there were 16 states which were there, and hundreds of people participated. And I think the amount of hard work which people had put in was simply amazing. All the videos, uh, of all the hundreds of videos we received, we realized that a lot of work was done, and our main objective of that people should engage themselves, study themselves deeply about personalities, that was achieved. Whether you win a prize or not win a prize is a secondary thing. The real idea is that whether we are able to absorb these ideals in our life or not. So that thing was achieved by all the participants. uh, Out of all the participants, since it was a competition, so we had to come up with a set of winners. So we had a panel of judges comprising of senior monks of Ramakrishna order, and some of the very senior devotees of the order, who are very senior academicians in various colleges. So it was a large panel of judges. They went through each and every video, discussed it thoroughly, and then a marking scheme was done, and the top 15, which are the people who are here on this call, you were identified as winners for this contest. So congratulations to all the participants, and special congratulations to 15 of you. Many of you are here in this Zoom call. Few of the people could not be there because of some reasons, but most of you are here. And thank you so much for joining in here. Thank you for making this program successful. And you had various questions. I think all of you have forwarded the questions to us through WhatsApp message. We have those questions ready. So so the so now I would so Maharaj, I would just like to take your permission that that if you can. So the idea is that if you can just address students here, and then we come up with question and answer session. So if you can keep that as a format, is that okay? Or just taking your permission to go ahead from this juncture. Can't hear you, Maharaj. You are on mute, Maharaj.
First, I would like to reply to the questions, and then whatever message I have to give at the end, I will give.
Okay. ठीक है. So I have all the questions. So how do I? So Maharaj, I have all the questions. So shall I ask the students only to ask the questions? That will be good. I think that will make it more interactive.
Yeah. Let the students ask the question.
Okay, sure. So I would first like to invite Smriti Sharma from Gwalior. Smriti is there? Yes, Smriti is there. सो स्मृति, यू हैड ए, आपका एक बहुत ही अच्छा प्रश्न था जो आपने भेजा था रिगार्डिंग मतलब एकाग्रता के विषय में। तो मैं आपसे ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप अपना प्रश्न एक बार यहाँ दोहराइए और फिर हम महाराज से उत्तर के लिए आतुर होते हैं। प्लीज आप अपना प्रश्न।
आदरणीय स्वामी जी प्रणाम। मेरा प्रश्न आपसे यह है कि हम कैसे अपने जीवन में एकाग्र भाव ला सकते हैं, क्योंकि जो स्थिति इस समय चल रही है वह मन को विचलित करती है, जिससे पढ़ाई में उतना मन नहीं लग पाता जितना लगना चाहिए। कृपया मुझे बताएं कि मैं पढ़ाई और अपने लक्ष्य के प्रति एकाग्र भाव कैसे विकसित करूं।
ठीक है, अभी पहली बात है कि एकाग्रता के बारे में मैं विस्तार से बाद में बोलूंगा। जब मेरा प्रवचन होगा उस समय मैं एकाग्रता के बारे में काफी बोलने वाला हूं। पर अभी जो प्रश्न यह है कि वर्तमान परिस्थिति में जबकि थोड़ा सा ये व्यवधान आया है, देयर इज द सिचुएशन ड्यू टू कोरोना वायरस, उसके कारण यह जो सिचुएशन है, उसके कारण जो अशांति है और वातावरण में अनसर्टेनिटी है, वातावरण में डर जैसा है, उसके कारण हम लोग अफेक्ट हो रहे हैं। ये हमको अफेक्ट नहीं होना है, हमको सावधानी अवश्य बरतनी है। वी हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी कॉशियस, बट एट द सेम टाइम देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी पैनिक अबाउट इट। तो इसलिए मैं पेरेंट्स को भी बोलूंगा कि आपके घर में भी आप अवश्य सावधानी सब रखिए। जो कुछ सावधानी कही गई है हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट के द्वारा, सरकार को नियमों के द्वारा, इनको अवश्य बरतनी चाहिए। परंतु देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी पैनिक अबाउट इट। व्हाई? बिकॉज यू फेस द फैक्ट्स कि ये संक्रमित बहुत जल्दी होता है। दैट इज द ओनली बैड थिंग अबाउट दिस वायरस, बट इट इज नॉट डेंजरस। केवल 2.5% मॉर्टेलिटी रेट है, और यदि बिना आपके इन्विटेशन के आपके घर में घुस ही नहीं सकता है वो आप बुलाएंगे तभी आएगा। बुलाएंगे इन द सेंस दैट आप इनवाइट करेंगे, आप जाकर के किसी से वो सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग नहीं रखेंगे, सावधानी नहीं रहेंगे, तभी आएगा, नहीं तो नहीं आएगा। और दूसरी बात है कि जो भी सिचुएशन आती है, मान लो इससे वर्ष भी सिचुएशन आती है, व्हाट वी हैव टू डू इज कि हम लोगों को बहादुर बन करके उसका सामना करना है। कोई भी परिस्थिति, केवल ये तो कोरोना वायरस है, कल के रोज दूसरी कोई परिस्थिति होती है। अभी हमारे यहाँ गुजरात में परसों साइक्लोन आने वाला है, अभी लास्ट वीक में बंगाल में साइक्लोन आया, अभी 26 जनवरी 2001 को बहुत बड़ा भूकंप आया था गुजरात में। तो ये प्राकृतिक कुछ होती रहती है, समटाइम्स मैन-मेड डिजास्टर्स, समटाइम्स नेचुरल डिजास्टर्स। ये डिजास्टर आती रहती है जीवन में। फिर बाहर की डिजास्टर ना है, हमारे जीवन में कभी कभी प्रॉब्लम आते हैं, वो भी डिजास्टर समान ही रहते हैं। तो वी शुड नॉट बी अफ्रेड ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम्स। मन को शांत रखना है। जो भी डिजास्टर आए, चाहे बाहर की हो, चाहे अंदर की हो, चाहे मैन हो, चाहे मैन-मेड हो, चाहे नेचुरल डिजास्टर हो, वी हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी केयरफुल, एट द सेम टाइम वेरी असर्टिव। हमको बहादुर होना है और शांत रहना है, और शांत रह करके बिना पैनिक की हुए हम उसको सिचुएशन का सामना करेंगे। कोई भी डिफिकल्टी हो जीवन में, उसका सामना करेंगे। स्वामी विवेकानंद जब परिव्राजक रूप में घूम रहे थे, तो घूमते घूमते वाराणसी आए। तो वाराणसी में माँ दुर्गा का मंदिर का दर्शन उन्होंने किया और फिर बाहर जाने लगे। तब तक में कुछ बंदर ये स्वामी जी के पीछे पड़ गए। तो स्वामी जी तो डर गए, स्वामी जी भागना शुरू किए। आगे स्वामी जी भाग रहे हैं, पीछे बंदर भाग रहे हैं। बड़े बड़े मुंह वाले बंदर थे, भयंकर दिखने में थे, ये पीछे पड़ गए। अब स्वामी जी करे तो करे क्या? एक तरफ तो तालाब था, दूसरी तरफ दीवार थी ऊंची ऊंची, तो धीरे सामने सामने भगे जा रहे थे। भगते भगते दौड़ते दौड़ते थक गए, पर करे क्या, पीछे बंदर है। तब तक में उन्होंने सुना एक वृद्ध सन्यासी जोर से चिल्लाकर बोल रहा है, ए डरो मत, बंदर का सामना करो। जैसे ही स्वामी जी ने सुना, स्वामी जी खड़े हो गए और पीछे देखा, और वो हाथ में लाठी थी, लाठी घुमाई, सब बंदर भग गए। बाद में उन्होंने अमेरिका में अपने लेक्चर में कहा था, That day I learned one of the greatest lessons of my life. उस दिन मैंने अपने जीवन का सबसे बड़ा पाठ सीखा. क्या? Face the brutes, face the monkeys squarely. पशुओं का सामना करो, मुश्किलों का सामना करो, कठिनाइयों का सामना करो. यदि आप डरेंगे तो कठिनाई आपके पीछे 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 जाएगी और भी आपको डराएगी. और यदि बहादुर बन के सामना करेंगे, कठिनाइयां रवाना हो जाएगी. इसलिए अभी ये कोरोना वायरस की कठिनाई आई है, पेंडेमिक है, बहुत डेंजरस है. डजंट मैटर, वी विल बी वेरी केयरफुल और बहादुर बनेंगे, उसका बहादुर पूर्वक सामना करेंगे. हमको अपना बैलेंस खोना नहीं है. तो जो परिस्थिति है उसका बहादुरी पूर्वक सामना करेंगे, उसमें विचलित नहीं होंगे. और जो कुछ हमारा कर्तव्य है, अभी जैसे तुम लोगों का कर्तव्य पढ़ाई का, बिजनेसमैन जो है अपने, तुम्हारे पिताजी बिजनेस में होंगे तो उनका कर्तव्य है बिजनेस का, तुम्हारी माँ का कर्तव्य है रसोई बनाने का. सब अपना अपना कर्तव्य कर्म करेंगे, शांत चित्त से करेंगे और कोई ज्यादा हमारे मन को विचलित करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है कोई भी कठिनाई में. ये एक पार्ट सीख लो. फेस द ब्रूट्स, फेस द डिफिकल्टीज स्क्वायरली, चैलेंज स्क्वायरली. कोई भी चैलेंज आती है जीवन में, बहादुर बनो, उसका सामना करो. ठीक है? बहुत अच्छा, वेरी गुड.
थैंक यू स्वामी.
बहुत बढ़िया. Great, Maharaj. So thank you so much. Yeah, it's one of the most powerful lessons of Swamiji, Face the Brutes, and I think it's an extremely relevant message given the times which are there. So thank you, Maharaj. So now I invite. So now, Maharaj, we have few questions related to stress, because this whole time is kind of creating a lot of stress. So there is so this question has been asked by 3 students. So one is asked by Pranati Khetani from Rajkot, and this question is also asked by Miss Devadatta Bhattacharya of Ahmedabad. And the question is related
लोग कहाँ है?
to
उनको बोलो ना, उन लोग को बोलो ना, इन लोग को बोलो, सबको प्रश्न पूछने को कहा. इन लोगों को पहले पूछने का बोलो.
हाँ,
जो आए हैं ना,
उनको बुला.
हाँ
हाँ बिल्कुल. तो मिस देवदत्ता भट्टाचार्य, आर यू देयर?
टाइम खत्म हो रहा है ना, हम फिर से.
हाँ
यस.
हाँ. तो Devdatta Bhattacharya, if you can ask you, if you can please ask the question to Maharaj.
Okay. Pranam Maharaj, I am Devdatta Bhattacharya from Ahmedabad. Maharaj, as a student of class 10, I would like to know that during these testing times, how to remain stress-free, and at the same time, how can I complete all my studies, and especially this lockdown situation. Because during these times, we are mainly not able to meet our friends, our relatives, and we are in a very, what can I say that, in a low mood, not in a very good mood, and even our studies are getting affected at the same time. Because long hours of online classes, assignments, etc. So how can we remain stress-free during this situation?
Yeah. So just now I gave the message, same message I'm giving you once again. Face the brutes. Face the difficulties squarely. Be bold. Don't be panicky. Take all precautions for the coronavirus, but at the same time, don't get panicky. That is number one. Number two, if you are not able to meet the friends, if you are not able to go out, don't worry. This is a temporary situation. And we will have to accept that situation because there is no other alternative. If you do not maintain this precaution, and do not maintain social distancing, and if you go out and if you do not remain indoors, then there's a great possibility of inviting the danger. So that is why, so when you are inside, there are so many other options available to you. You take it as you see each and everything has got two aspects. There is another positive aspect. Don't take it negative aspect. Negative part of it is that you are confined. That is a negative. If you take it in a negative way, you say that I have been confined like a prison house. The positive part of it is that automatically lot of your time which was wasted by going out has been saved. So it's a very good For time management, we say that you should try to save time in meeting people, in gossiping, in going out, in traveling. So now automatically your time is being saved. Try to make full utilization of this time. Just as we are doing it in Ramakrishna Ashram Rajkot, many devotees, they were complaining, we are feeling very low, we are feeling disappointed, and we are feeling nervous because we are not able to come to the ashram. So what we did is, we started online satsang. Whole day there are some classes going on. Now they have been kept so busy that they are saying this is lockdown is a blessing in disguise, they are telling. Because otherwise we would not have come to know so many good things that are being told in the satsang. So try to convert each and every problem into an opportunity. So similarly, there is always a positive side to everything, positive aspect to everything. To take this situation of lockdown, it is a great opportunity provided to you to utilize your time properly, reduce the wastage of your time in going to the school, in traveling time and meeting the people and all that, and try to maximum utilize this time and compensate it. Compensate the loss by so many methods are there. Fortunately, electronic media is there. There are so many beautiful lectures available in YouTube, devotional songs, bhajans, music that you can listen, and you can chat with your student, with your friends for some time, not whole day, but sometimes you can spend time in chatting on WhatsApp. Likewise, there are various ways in which you can compensate, and with less time, with the less wastage of time, you will be able to do all those things. Keep your mood cheerful. At the same time, save time. At the same time, face the difficulties bravely. At the same time, take all the precautions. So this is all we have to do simultaneously.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Maharaj. Now I would like to request Kumari Hiya Bharadwaj. She is from far away Arunachal Pradesh. We are all in Rajkot, Rajkot and Ahmedabad in the western side of the country, and Hiya Bharadwaj is almost on the eastern side of the country, the last part. And so Hiya Bharadwaj, she studies in Vivekanand Kendriya Vidyalaya in Vasang, Arunachal Pradesh, and I would now request her to ask her question to Maharaj. Yeah, are you able to hear us? Hello, Hiya? Hiya Bharadwaj? I think she's not able to, I can see her, but probably she's not able to hear us. No problems. So may I now just request Abha Chaudhary to ask her question. Abha, are you able to hear us? Hello, Abha, are you able to hear us?
Yes, sir.
So Abha, kindly go ahead with your question to Maharaj.
Good afternoon, Maharaj Pranam.
Yeah.
My question was, sir, do you think that online classes are beneficial for students? And if yes, then won't it be adverse on the student health?
Yeah, second question. Second question, please repeat.
Sir, do you think that online classes are beneficial for students? And if yes, then won't it be adverse on the student health? And my second question was, how to balance internal and external peace?
External and internal?
Peace, Maharaj. How to balance external and internal peace? That is the second question.
Okay. So now the first thing is that we have to always think about the situation. The present situation demands that we should go for online classes. We cannot afford to mix with the people and invite coronavirus, because it's a very dangerous type of virus which get infected very, very soon. So that is why, as a precaution, we are trying to keep away from mixing the crowd, and that is why this beautiful concept of online classes has been developed. So same as just now I told, we are going for online satsang. Our devotees were very sad that they could not come to the ashrama, but we have devised online satsang. Now they are very happy. Whole day we are keeping them busy. And they said this lockdown is a blessing in disguise because we never got so much satsang online. So because of the online satsang, the positivity has been maintained. Now in your case, the online classes are very important because otherwise you will fall behind. So it may not be 100% ideal situation, but we have always tried to make the best of the situation. Whatever is the situation, we have to face it, and we have to make best out of the situation. So this is why, under the circumstances, better to take precaution and go for online classes. And when that danger is over, afterwards we can again go back to the classes, the regular classes, and then we can go for the traditional method of teaching. But here also I will tell you, now gradually so many changes are coming in the field of education that new ways of teaching, new ways of education will be coming very soon, because this artificial intelligence is coming, and IQ, EQ, SQ, the concepts are coming. And so that is why there's going to be tremendous change, and maybe the ideal methodology also will change. But anyway, forget about them for the time being. For you, I will tell just for now that if you think that your traditional method of going to classes and and attending the classes was better, doesn't matter. That will come back to you after some time. At present, in order to avoid the infection, if you have got online classes, there is no harm in it. At least something is better than nothing, always. So you go for online classes till this danger is averted. That is number one. And second thing, your question is about external and internal peace. Now, actually, peace is inside only. External peace, there is nothing called peace. A peace is felt in the mind. You feel that it is the outside situation, outside circumstances that is giving you happiness and peace. That is not there. Mostly, it is relative. Peace is nothing but when your expectation fulfilled, you feel peace. When it is not fulfilled, then you lose the peace. So it is relative, always relative. Happiness and peace, these are all relative terms. So you go through my book, Happiness and Peace in Everyday Life, and that lecture is also there in the YouTube, Happiness and Peace in Everyday Life, where I've given all the details about that.
Thank you, Maharaj. But I had a doubt that won't the online classes put adverse effects on the health?
She's asking about impact of online classes on health of the students.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. So, will there be any negative impact on health of the students due to online classes, and maybe what are the ways and means to kind of mitigate that adverse impact on health?
I do not think that there will be some adverse effect on the health, because already these people, they are chatting 24 hours. Even without classes also, so these students, they were chatting for hours together. This internet chatting and WhatsApp chatting and all that. So it is not going to matter much. Of course, if you can avoid, if you can reduce your handling the electronic items, electronic gadgets, that will be better. So now what you should do, you should try to reduce the utilization of electronic gadgets or internet. Other than classes, you should reduce that one to compensate for it. For example, every day you were giving 2 hours for internet chatting. Now that the classes, online classes are there for 2 hours, so your chatting should be reduced to half an hour. That is how you can protect your health. Okay. Try to reduce chatting time.
Correct. Yes, that's a great message, Maharaj. So so Maharaj, we had this this whole competition was in 3 languages. It was in Hindi, English, and Gujarati. So we have one of our participants, Isha Shukla, and she had participated in Gujarati. So Isha, are you there? Isha, તમે છો? તમને અવાજ આવે છે, ઈશા? હા જી. હા, તો ઈશા, તમે તમારો જે પ્રશ્ન છે જે બી ભાષામાં તમને ફાવે પ્લીઝ મહારાજથી પૂછો. હી ઇઝ કમ્ફર્ટેબલ ઇન ઓલ ધ 3 લેંગ્વેજીસ.
ओके. नमो नमः. अहं देवभूमि द्वारिकायाः ईशा शुक्लः. स्वामीजी चरणौ कोटि कोटि नमस्काराः करोमि. अधुना अहं गुर्जर भाषायां प्रश्नाः वदामि. वर्तमान समयમાં ભારતના વિદ્યાર્થીઓ પર પાશ્ચાત્ય સંસ્કૃતિનો પ્રભાવ વધી રહ્યો છે, તો તેમને ભારતીય સંસ્કૃતિ તરફ લાવવા તથા જે આપણી દેવ ભાષા છે સંસ્કૃત, તેને જનભાષા બનાવવા અને બધા જ લોકો તે સંસ્કૃતને સમજે અને બોલે તે માટે આપણે શું પ્રયત્ન કરવા જોઈએ?
બહુ સરસ. પહેલા તો સ્વામી વિવેકાનંદજી કહ્યું હતું કે આપણે પાશ્ચાત્ય સંસ્કૃતિમાંથી સારી સારી વસ્તુ લેવાની છે, બધી જગ્યાએથી લેવાની છે. પાશ્ચાત્ય સંસ્કૃતિ હોય કે ગમે તે સંસ્કૃતિ હોય, સારી વસ્તુ બધી જગ્યાએથી લેવાની છે. પણ આપણે ઊંધું કરીએ છીએ, ખરાબ વસ્તુઓ પાશ્ચાત્ય સંસ્કૃતિમાંથી લઈએ છીએ, એમાં સારી વસ્તુ લેતા નથી. જેમ કે પાશ્ચાત્ય સંસ્કૃતિમાં છે એ લોકો માને છે ટાઈમમાં, પંક્ચ્યુઅલિટીમાં માને છે, સમય પાલનમાં માને છે, પણ એ તો આપણે લેતા નથી. જુઓ, લઈએ છું શું કે જે ત્યાંની પરિવારની સિસ્ટમ એકદમ ખરાબ છે, લોકો દુઃખી છે, ત્યાંની પારિવારિક હાલત બહુ ખરાબ છે, આટલા બધા તલાક થાય છે, ડિવોર્સ થાય છે, એવી એ બધી વસ્તુ આપણે લઈ રહ્યા છીએ. અને જે સારી વસ્તુઓ છે જેમ કે સ્વચ્છતા રાખવી, જેમ કે સમય પાલન કરવું, એ આપણે લેતા નથી. એટલે આપણે પાશ્ચાત્ય સંસ્કૃતિના સામે આપણને કઈ વાંધો નથી. સારી સારી વસ્તુ જ્યાંથી મળે ત્યાંથી લેવાની. ગાંધીજી કહે છે, આઈ કીપ માય ડોર્સ એન્ડ વિન્ડોઝ ઓપન બટ આઈ રિફ્યુઝ ટુ બી બ્લોન ઓફ. ગાંધીજી કહેતા, હું મારા ઓરડાના બારી બારણા બધા ખુલ્લા રાખું છું જેથી ફ્રેશ હવા આવે, જેથી બધી જગ્યાએથી સ્વચ્છ હવા આવે, પરંતુ આઈ રિફ્યુઝ ટુ બી બ્લોન આઉટ. પણ એ હવા આવીને મને ઉપાડીને લઈ જાય તોફાનની જેમ, એ નહીં થવા દો. મારી પોતાની સંસ્કૃતિને જાળવીને બહારની સારી સારી વસ્તુઓ લઈશ. એવી રીતે ભારતમાં આપણે પોતાની ભારતીય આધ્યાત્મિક સંસ્કૃતિ, જે આપણી પોતાની ધરોહર છે, એને છોડવાની નથી, એમાં આપણે રહેવાનું છે, એને આપણે જાળવી રાખીને બહારની જે સારી સારી વસ્તુ છે એને લેવાની, અને ખરાબ વસ્તુઓ ન આવે એનું ધ્યાન રાખો. નંબર 1. અને બીજું જે વાત કરી સંસ્કૃત માટેની, એમાં અત્યારે થોડા પ્રયત્નો શરૂ થયા છે કે સંસ્કૃતને વધારે સરળ બનાવવાનું અને સંસ્કૃતમાં સંભાષણ કરવા માટે. એટલે અમારે રાજકોટમાં પણ અમે વિવેકાનંદ ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યૂટ ઓફ વેલ્યુ એજ્યુકેશન કલ્ચરમાં દર અઠવાડિયે સપ્તાહના વર્ગો ચાલે છે, જે સંસ્કૃતના વર્ગો ચાલે છે, જેમાં અત્યંત સરળતાથી લોકો સંસ્કૃત શીખી શકે. અને બોલચાલની ભાષામાં, એમાં ગ્રામર ઉપર અમે વધારે ધ્યાન નથી આપતા, વ્યાકરણ ઉપર નહીં, પણ કમસે કમ બોલચાલનું શરૂ કરી દઈએ અને સાધારણ સંસ્કૃત ભાષા સમજી શકે એના માટેના પ્રયત્નો, સંસ્કૃત ભાષાને વધારે સરળ બનાવવાના પ્રયત્નો અને સંભાષણની ભાષા બધી જગ્યાએ પહોંચે એના પ્રયત્નો ચાલુ છે. અને એમાં આપણને સફળતા મળી રહી છે. એટલે ધીરે ધીરે આપણે સંસ્કૃત ભાષાને, કારણ કે આપણા જેટલા મહાન ધર્મગ્રંથો છે, વેદ, ઉપનિષદ, મહાન આપણા આ બધા સંસ્કૃતમાં લખાયેલા છે. શ્રીમદ ભાગવત એ સંસ્કૃતમાં લખાયેલું છે. તો મહાભારત, આ રામાયણ, વાલ્મીકી રામાયણ, આ બધા સંસ્કૃતમાં લખાયેલા ગ્રંથો છે. એટલે આપણે ભલે અનુવાદો વાંચીએ, પણ જયારે ઓરિજિનલ વાંચીએ તો એનો અલગ મજા આવે છે. એટલે આપણે સંસ્કૃતનો પણ આપણે પ્રચાર પ્રસાર કરવો પડશે. પણ આપણે બધું શું કરવું જોઈએ? અત્યારે સ્થિતિ એવી છે કે અત્યારે ઇંગ્લિશ પણ જાણવું બહુ જરૂરી છે, કારણ કે આપણે કોમ્પિટિશનમાં, આપણે ગ્લોબલ કોમ્પિટિશનમાં જવું છે, એટલે ઇંગ્લિશ જાણવું પણ જરૂરી છે. આપણી માતૃભાષા ગુજરાતી કે જે કંઈ હોય, હિન્દી, જે માતૃભાષા આપણી હોય એ પણ જાળવવી જરૂર છે. અને સાથે સાથે સંસ્કૃતને પણ જાળવી રાખવી પડશે. અને એનાથી આપણે ભારતીય સંસ્કૃતિ તરફ જ્યારે એ સંસ્કૃત આવશે ત્યાર પણ ભારતીય સંસ્કૃતિની પ્રત્યે આપણો સન્માન વધશે. બરાબર?
હા, ધન્યવાદ સ્વામીજી. અને એક પ્રશ્ન વધુ છે કે વર્તમાન સમયના જે કેટલાક હિન્દુ કથાકારો છે ઇસ્લામ ધર્મનો પ્રચાર કરી રહ્યા હોય તેવું જણાય છે, તો તેને અટકાવવા તથા ઘણા હિન્દુઓ છે તેમનું ધર્માંતરણ પણ થઈ રહ્યું છે, તો તેને પણ અટકાવવા આપણે આપણી કક્ષાથી શું પ્રયત્નો કરી શકીએ?
બહુ સરસ પ્રશ્ન છે. હવે પહેલી વાત તો છે, આ જે કથાકારો જે છે એ લોકો આપણને એમ એપિયર થઈ રહ્યા છે કે ભાઈ આવી રીતે એ લોકો ઇસ્લામ ધર્મનો પ્રચાર કરે છે અથવા ઈસાઈ ધર્મનો પ્રચાર કરે છે. એ બરાબર ન પણ હોઈ શકે. આપણે એમ લાગે તો એમ લાગતું હોય કે આપણે વિડીયો જોઈ લીધો, કે જેમ કે હું ત્યાં અમેરિકામાં ગયો અને પાર્લામેન્ટ ઓફ રિલિજનમાં મેં કહ્યું કે શ્રી રામકૃષ્ણનો સંદેશો કહ્યો અને મેં કહ્યું કે બધા ધર્મો પરમ સત્ય તરફ લઈ જાય છે અને એટલા માટે મેં ઇસ્લામ ધર્મ અને ઈસાઈ ધર્મમાં પણ જે સારી વસ્તુઓ છે એની વાત કરી. એ વિડીયો તમે જોઈ લ્યો અને તમે કહો કે ભાઈ તમે તો ઈસાઈ ધર્મનો પ્રચાર શરૂ કરી દીધો. એ બરાબર નથી. તમારે ઊંડાણમાં જવું જોઈએ કે ભાઈ ખરેખર વાત શું છે, કઈ જગ્યાએ એમણે પ્રવચન આપ્યું છે. તો કદાચ એ સાઉદી અરેબિયામાં જઈને એમણે કહ્યું કે તમારો ધર્મ સારો છે, તમે એને જાળવીને રાખો, પણ સાથે સાથે બધા ધર્મને પ્રેમ કરો એવી બધી વાતો કરી. આપણે શું કર્યું શું નહીં ખબર નહીં. આપણે ચડાવ્યા એટલે ચડી ગયા એવું નહીં. આપણે જાણવું જોઈએ કે કોઈ કથા વાચક જે વાતો કરી રહ્યા છે એ એના પાછળનો હેતુ શું છે, કઈ પરિસ્થિતિમાં એમણે વાત કરી છે, એ બધું જાણવું જોઈએ. જેમ કે અમારે ત્યાં અમે ક્રિસમસ ઈવ ઉજવીએ છીએ. શા માટે? કારણ કે ક્રિસમસ ઈવના દિવસે રામકૃષ્ણ મિશનનો પ્રારંભ થયો હતો. પણ ત્યારે અમે કહીએ છીએ કે કન્વર્શન નથી થવા દેવાનું. કન્વર્શન શ્રી રામકૃષ્ણ કહ્યું હતું કે આપણે ધર્મ પરિવર્તન કરવાની કાંઈ જરૂર નથી. દરેક ધર્મ પોતપોતાની સ્થિતિ મહાન છે, તો તમે જે ધર્મમાં છો એમાં જ તમે રહો. એટલા માટે જ્યારે અમે ઈસાઈ ધર્મનો આ ક્રિસમસ ઈવ ઉજવીએ છીએ અથવા બાંગ્લાદેશમાં અમારા જે સેન્ટર છે એમાં ઈદ ઉજવીએ છીએ, એનો અર્થ એ નથી કે અમે બધાને કહીએ છીએ તમે મુસ્લિમ થઈ જાઓ કે બધા ક્રિશ્ચિયન થઈ જાઓ. અર્થ એ છે કે દરેક ધર્મ પોતપોતાની રીતે આગળ છે, પોતપોતાની રીતે મહાન છે. આપણે સાથે રહીને જો પૃથ્વીમાં રહેવું હશે, બધા હળીમળીને રહેવું પડશે, બધા પોતપોતાના ધર્મનું પાલન કરે અને બીજા ધર્મને ધુતકારે નહીં, તો જ આપણે સાથે રહી શકશું. ને તે એકબીજાને કાપી નાખીને ખતમ કરી નાખશું. તો આ મહાન સંદેશો છે આપણા હિન્દુ ધર્મનો, સનાતન ધર્મનો. બીજા કોઈ ધર્મમાં આટલી ઉદારતા નથી. આપણા ભારતમાં મહાન વસુદૈવ કુટુંબકમની ભાવના આપણે ત્યાં છે. ગમે તે ધર્મના લોકો હોય એને આપણે સ્વીકાર કર્યો છે. આ જ આપણા ધર્મની મહાનતા છે. તો આ ધર્મની મહાનતા સ્વામી વિવેકાનંદે શિકાગો ધર્મસભામાં કરી હતી અને એટલા માટે લોકો 7,000 લોકો ઉભા થઈ ગયા અને 2 મિનિટ સુધી તાળી પાડતા રહ્યા. ફક્ત સિસ્ટર્સ એન્ડ બ્રધર્સ ઓફ અમેરિકા કોઈ એના પછી નાનકડું 5 મિનિટનું ભાષણ આપ્યું. એમાં શું એમણે કહ્યું હતું કે ભારતમાં અમે લોકો માત્ર બીજા ધર્મોને અમે સહન કરતા એટલું નથી. We do not believe in tolerance. We accept all religions as equally true. અમે યુનિવર્સલ ટોલરન્સમાં માનતા નથી, યુનિવર્સલ એક્સેપ્ટન્સમાં માનીએ છીએ. આ તો આપણા ધર્મની વિશેષતા છે. આ ધર્મની આપણી વિશેષતા ભૂલવી ન જોઈએ. આપણે પાછા બીજા ધર્મની જેમ આપણે કટ્ટર નથી થવાનું કે કદાચ કોઈ આપણે બીજા ધર્મને આપણે કહ્યું હોય તમારો ધર્મ તમારા માટે મહાન છે, મારો ધર્મ મારા માટે મહાન છે, હું મારી રીતે મહાન છું, તમે તમારી રીતે મહાન છો, એમ જો કહેવામાં તમને લાગતું કે ના તમે કેમ સ્વામીજી આમ કહો છો, એ તો ખોટી વાત છે. એક પણ આપણે બીજા ધર્મનો પ્રચાર નથી કરવાનો. અને સૌથી મોટી બીજો જે પ્રશ્ન છે એ બહુ જ મહત્વનો છે કે આપણે ધર્મ પરિવર્તનને રોકવું જોઈએ. અને ધર્મ પરિવર્તન જો રોકવું હોય તો આપણે પોતે આત્મવિશ્લેષણ કરવું પડશે કે શા માટે લોકો ધર્મ પરિવર્તનમાં જાય છે. એક, એ લોકોને ભોળવવામાં આવે છે. બીજું, એ લોકોનું બ્રેન વોશિંગ કરવામાં આવે છે. ત્રીજું, કે એ લોકોને પ્રલોભન દેવામાં આવે છે. પણ સૌથી મોટી વાત છે, આપણે એ લોકોને પ્રેમ નથી આપતા. આજના દિવસે પણ ગામડાઓમાં જે લોકો નિમ્ન વર્ણના લોકો છે એને મંદિરમાં આપણે ઘૂસવા નથી દેતા. આપણે એ લોકોને ધૂતકારીએ છીએ. પણ જ્યારે એ લોકો ક્રિશ્ચિયન કે મુસ્લિમ બને છે ત્યારે આપણે એને સલામ કરીએ છીએ. મોટા સાહેબ થઈને આપણી પાસે આવે છે. આ આપણા સ્વામી વિવેકાનંદે કહ્યું કે આપણા પોતાના ધર્મમાં, પોતાના સમાજમાં જે આપણે જે અત્યાચારો કર્યા નિમ્ન જાતિના લોકો માટે, એને કારણે આ બધું થઈ રહ્યું છે. માટે આપણે આત્મવિશ્લેષણ કરી જો ખરેખર એ લોકોને ધર્મ પરિવર્તનમાં અટકાવવા હોય તો આપણે એ લોકોને પ્રેમ આપવો પડશે, પ્રિવિલેજ આપવા પડશે. આપણા મંદિરના બારણા બધા નિમ્ન વર્ણના લોકો માટે પણ ખોલવા પડશે. ગાંધીજી કેટલા પ્રયત્નો કર્યા, એનું નામ આપણે એમણે હરિજન નામ આપી દીધું. હરિજન, હરિના જન છે, અને હરિના જનને પણ હજી આપણે ધૂતકારીએ છીએ આટલા વર્ષો પછી પણ. એટલે સ્વામી વિવેકાનંદે પણ કહ્યું, રામકૃષ્ણ મિશનની સ્થાપના કરીને પહેલું જ કહ્યું કે બધાને અમે લોકો સેવા કરશું, ઇરરેસ્પેક્ટિવ ઓફ કાસ્ટ, ક્રીડ, કલર, રિલિજન, નેશનાલિટી. સર, નાત જાતનો ભેદભાવ વગર આપણે કરવાનું છે. આ નાત જાતનો ભેદભાવ એને કારણે આ લોકો ધર્મ પરિવર્તનમાં જઈ રહ્યા છે. આ આપણે અટકાવવું પડશે, અને ધર્મ પરિવર્તન અટકાવવું બહુ જરૂરી છે. નહીં તો બહુ મોટું ડેન્જર આપણી સામે છે કે આપણે અત્યારે ઓલરેડી હિન્દુઓ એક જ દેશમાં છીએ આપણે, અને ત્યાં એ દેશમાં પણ આપણે પછી રહી નહીં શકીએ. આપણી પાસે બીજો કોઈ દેશ પણ નથી. એટલે આપણે બહુ સાવધાન રહેવાનું છે કે હવે આપણા ભાઈઓ બહેનો એને આપણે એટલો પ્રેમ આપીએ કે આપણો ધર્મ છોડીને જાય નહીં. અને બીજા પણ જે ફેક્ટર્સ છે એને પણ આપણે ધ્યાનમાં રહેવા જોઈએ, અને આપણે બહુ સાવધાન રહેવાની જરૂર છે જેથી આ ધર્મ પરિવર્તન ન થાય.
ધન્યવાદ.
Great, Maharaj. Thank you so much. So, I think very important, given some of you many of you might not have been able to follow what Maharaj was saying, but he was talking about very important things. And if time permits, then I would just request Maharaj to summarize whatever he said in Gujarati in few words so that others can also benefit. But currently, I would just like to move ahead. We have a little bit strength of time. I would now like to request G. Lahiri to ask her question. G. Lahiri is from Tirupati and very closely associated with Ramakrishna Mission there. So, G. Lahiri, you could ask your question, please.
Pranam Maharaj, myself G. Lahari from Tirupati Narayana School. My question is how to see God. And second one, my aim is to become Prime Minister of India, and how to become. This is my small question.
Very nice, very nice. Both the questions are very nice, but both are very different type of questions. But anyway, so first is that if you want to become Prime Minister of India, okay, first thing that you have to finish your study. Okay, so you be a good student, study nicely, and after studying nicely, you have to go for serving society. When you serve,
I started Maharaj.
When you serve the society, people will start recognizing you, and then you will become popular in your village, in your locality. Then you become a corporator, then you become MLA, and then you become grow, and later on you can reach that high stage. Okay, so if you want to enter
started my service, Maharaj.
always remember, you should not go for power and position. No, power and position should go after you. That will happen if only your only aim should not be to become Prime Minister of India. First of all, remove this word. I want to serve my society. I want to serve my nation in whatever capacity. That prime ministership will follow you. You should not ask for it. It should follow you. Your aim should be only to serve the nation. You serve the nation in such a grand manner that prime ministership runs after you. That is the topic. That is the main thing. So remove this prime ministership business. My aim is to love my country, love my nation, love my people, serve my people, irrespective of caste, creed, color, religion, nationality. I have to sacrifice my life. So Swamiji gave, when Miss MacLeod asked this question, Swami, how can I serve you? Then Swamiji did not say, you bring very good cloth for me and all that. No, he said, love India. This is what I want from you. Love India. Loving India means loving India's people, loving India's poor people, loving India's lower caste people, loving India's downtrodden people, serving them to the best possible manner. So the aim is to love the people of India. This aim is to serve the people of India in the best possible capacity. Go on serving. Power position will follow you, and one day you will become Prime Minister of India. Okay?
Yeah.
The aim is to love India and serve India. Okay? And then second question is, that is the first earlier question is,
How to see the God.
yeah, very nice. So Swami Vivekananda gave the gist of the whole thing in his book on Raj Yoga. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal of human life is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature external and internal, either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines, dogmas, rituals, temples, churches, mosques are but secondary details. So these are the four methods: Raj Yoga, that is meditation; Bhakti Yoga, that is prayer; Jnana Yoga, that is special reading; and Karma Yoga, doing your work with unselfish service attitude. These four methods, four yogas, if you practice every day, you'll get happiness and peace in everyday life, and you will get eternal happiness, eternal peace, and that is called God. What is God? God is nothing but eternal happiness, eternal peace. That is manifesting the divinity within. That is God. You will get God, you will get the divinity, you will manifest the divinity, infinite joy, infinite happiness, infinite bliss, everything will come to you, provided you practice these four yogas in daily life. Okay? Yeah, any other question?
Thank you.
Any other question by anybody?
Yeah, Unnati Chaurasia. Sahin, your turn will come. Sahin, your turn will come. I'm just right now inviting Unnati Chaurasia. Unnati, are you able to hear?
Yes, sir.
You have any questions to be asked?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so please ask. Go ahead.
Good evening, Swamiji. Sir, my question is, how can I concentrate when the mind is too reactive?
How can you concentrate when the mind is?
Too reactive.
Huh?
Too reactive.
Oh, too reactive. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, whatever may be the situation, you have to concentrate your mind. Sometimes mind is agitated, sometimes mind is reactive, but you have to go for concentration, because concentration is the key to success. So I will come to that point. Okay. But remember, you should never be reactive. You should never be reactive. Always be positive. Don't react. Reaction is bad. Be proactive, but never reactive. And even if reaction comes from mind, try to withhold. Try to be patient. Wait for some time. The better situation will come. Don't react immediately. Just wait for some time. So whenever reaction comes from the mind, please, my dear mind, please wait. You tell your mind. Have patience. And then the better situation will come. Okay?
Great.
Sir, second question.
Yeah.
Sir, how can we achieve our goals?
How can we achieve our goal? Yes. That is, first of all, you fix up your goal. Think about day and night. Take up one idea. Think about it day and night and write down. And then that will not be enough. Then you have to work hard for it. Prepare a plan, how to implement this plan, and then work hard for it. So purity, patience, and perseverance, these are the three essentials to success. And above all, love. Purity, patience, and perseverance. These are the three essentials to success, and above all, love. That is what Swami Vivekananda says. So these are the four things. If you follow it, but first, keep a goal, write it down. This is my goal. Then think about it day and night. Then try to bring out a blueprint. How are you going to achieve it? And then work hard. With passions, you will reach the goal. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Arise,
Thank you, sir.
awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. This is the sentence of Swami Vivekananda. Arise,
Yes, sir.
awake,
Awake
stop
and stop
not
not till.
till the goal is reached. This you have to remember. Yeah. Very good. Anything? Anybody?
Thank you, sir.
Anybody else?
Anybody with question?
Yes, please.
Yes, Sahin. Yes,
Sahin,
Sahin, please
Sahin.
ask the question.
And first standard.
Good evening, Swamiji, Manavji, and other friends. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I have two questions.
First standard. 2 questions.
Ways of mindfulness or meditation in this COVID pandemic? And could you suggest some shlokas which can be recited during this time?
Yes. You please tell Mr. Manav what is he asking.
Yeah, so his so first so he's talking about application of mindfulness
Yes.
The application of mindfulness, I will just read his exact question.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. He wants meditation technique during
Yes.
pandemic. This
Yes.
pandemic
Yes.
situation that has come.
Yes.
What type of meditation? So for the
Yes.
children, for all the children who are here, I'll give a very simple meditation technique. Very simple.
Yes, sir.
Just take photograph of Swami Vivekananda. Okay. Just take a photograph of Swami Vivekananda. Look at this photograph for 2 minutes with concentration, 100% concentration. Look at this photograph with open eyes for 2 minutes. Okay. Then you close your eyes and see that photograph for 2 minutes. Okay. Try to see that photograph. Practice it every day. You will find gradually, first of all, when you are trying to concentrate on the photograph after closing your eyes, your mind is wandering here and there. Don't worry. Again, you try. Gradually, you will find after 1 week, your mind is becoming calm and you are able to see the photograph of Swami Vivekananda at least for some time. Again, it goes, again, it comes. Gradually, your concentration level will increase. So, this is a very simple thing because photograph is a concrete object. So you start with that. And Swami Vivekananda photograph, why I'm telling Swami Vivekananda photograph? Because his personality is a very divine personality and full of power. So that power will also come to you when you concentrate on Swami Vivekananda. That mental power will come to you. So you try to concentrate, meditate with open eyes. First of all, with open eyes for 2 minutes, close eyes 2 minutes. Okay? Very good. Anybody else?
And
I'm
Maharaj,
repeating sloka.
Abhijit
his
Banerjee.
second
Could
question
you suggest some slokas which can be recited during this time?
Huh?
Maharaj is asking, are there any shlokas which can be recited during these times?
Yeah,
This
very
is
good.
Sahib.
One shloka that I would like you, all of you to repeat today itself. I will teach you. It is a well-known shloka. This shloka should be recited every day. It's a beautiful shloka. From thousands of years, millions of people in India have been reciting this shloka. And Swami Vivekananda says that at long last you will understand that the best way to become happy is to see that others are happy. And the best way to get peace of mind is to pray for others' peace of mind. And when you pray for others' peace of mind, others will get peace of mind. But first you will get peace of mind by the simple law of karma. So you recite this prayer which I am telling you. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkhamapnuyat. A beautiful prayer. What is that? Let all be happy, let all be healthy, let all attain goodness, let none get misery. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhave. So this prayer is known to you all of you. Very simple prayer and very famous prayer. Every day, Swami Vivekananda says, before starting our meditation in the morning, early morning, we should start our meditation with this prayer. It will help you a lot. And particularly during this pandemic time, we will, when people are suffering so much, let us pray for all those people who are suffering. Let us pray for those warriors, these corona warriors, government officers, police officers, policemen, and doctors, nurses, paramedical staff, how much they are working day and night from last 2 months. Just imagine, many people have not gone to their house for 2 months. Just imagine how much they are working for us. So you pray for them. Pray for those who are suffering from coronavirus. Pray for those who are warriors, coronavirus warriors. Pray for those people who are old people and may get affected. For them also you affect. For them also you pray. Let us pray for the happiness and health for the whole world. This is a beautiful prayer. Okay, anybody else? Any question? Yes. Anybody? Any other question?
Sir, I'm remaining.
Huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Please ask.
जय माँ जय ठाकुर,
हाँ,
जय स्वामी जी.
yes, Ami.
This is Arpita Banerjee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arpita. Please ask your question.
Arpita Banerjee.
Maharaj. Yeah.
Yeah, Arpita.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you have written Abhijit.
Yeah, it's my
Okay.
father's name.
Oh, father's name.
Father.
Arpita. Okay, others.
Yeah.
Arpita, yes, please tell your question.
Pranam Maharaj. My question. I have two questions.
हाँ.
First one is, एक स्टूडेंट का क्या गोल होना चाहिए?
Yeah, very good. First question.
और
हाँ.
एक स्टूडेंट का क्या गोल होना चाहिए? और सेकंड है, आप किसकी प्रेरणा से इस आध्यात्मिक की तरफ आकर्षण हुए? माँ शारदा और स्वामी जी.
हाँ, वेरी गुड. तो पहला क्वेश्चन है गोल ऑफ ए स्टूडेंट. Goal of a student should be, immediate goal should be to get good marks in the examination, but I will not say that. But ultimately, why you want good marks or good grades? So that you get good admission in some other college. Why there? So that you get for further good admission. So that, but what next? So that you get a good job. Okay, for most of the people who are not going to do business. So ultimately, what you want is a good job. So what you want is a good package. Then you think that when good money comes, then we'll have good happiness. These are all wrong equations. But anyway, you for the time being, you forget about that. You go for career development. I don't mind. But along with career development, there should be character development. Okay? If character development is not there, all this career development will be of no use. It will not bring you happiness and peace. So you should go for studying properly. That is immediate goal. Properly study properly. And then after that, you have good job. No, I don't mind it. Go for career development. But at the same time, go for career development, a character development. So that is the goal of every student. Career development plus character development. Second question, that I was attracted by Swami Vivekananda in the beginning. Okay. And for most of the people, the gateway is Swami Vivekananda. Most of the people. Because Swami Vivekananda is famous, Swami Vivekananda is more popular. Many people have not heard the name of Ramakrishna Sarada Devi. But Vivekananda is more accessible, particularly for the youth, is more attractive, particularly for the students, for the youth. So I came in touch with, when I was a student of 15 years, so that time I came in touch with books of Swami Vivekananda. And similarly, this is what happens for most of the people. They get attracted with they get influenced by the books of Swami Vivekananda at the young age. And then later on, afterwards, when they feel that Swami Vivekananda says, oh, Sri Ramakrishna can create millions of Vivekananda through the dust of his feet, then how great must be Sri Ramakrishna? Then you go to Ramakrishna. And then we come to know that Ramakrishna worshipped how Sarada Devi as the divine mother. Then Sarada Devi is still greater. That is all these things you come to know later on. But first you start with Swami Vivekananda, is more accessible and more acceptable to the students. So this is what is the natural course. Okay. Very nice question. Both the questions very nice. Any other question?
One question. I have one extra question.
हाँ.
आपको स्वामी जी की कौन सी बात बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगी?
मेरे को?
हाँ.
मेरे को ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग लगी हैं?
हाँ. हाँ.
स्वामी जी ने एक लेटर लिखा था मैसूर महाराजा को. बहुत बढ़िया लेटर. He wrote, "My dear prince, this life is short. The vanities of this world are transient. In this short life, they alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive." महाराजा, ये जीवन क्षणभंगुर है. इस क्षणभंगुर जीवन में दूसरों के लिए जीता है, वही सचमुच में जीता है. बाकी सब तो मुर्दे के बराबर है. मुर्दे, all dead people. So this is what influenced me very much. So he said, Swami Vivekananda says, sacrifice your life for serving humanity. That is the best way your human life can be utilized. Okay?
Yeah, Maharaj, my last question. Many people say about concentration, concentrate on your studies, and what do you mean by concentration, Maharaj?
Yeah, very nice. Very nice question. I will come to this question because this is a very important question. Everybody has got the problem of concentration. So Ralph Waldo Emerson, he said the secret of success in trade, in war, इन एवरी मैनेजमेंट ऑफ ह्यूमन अफेयर्स इज द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ माइंड। जीवन के प्रत्येक क्षेत्र में सफलता का रहस्य मन की एकाग्रता। खेलकूद में, स्पोर्ट्स, गेम्स, म्यूजिक, पढ़ाई, एवरीथिंग, wherever you want success in any field, the secret is concentration of mind. That's why Swami Vivekananda ने कहा कि if I had to do my education over again, I will not undergo the present system of education. First, I will learn how to concentrate my mind, how to concentrate my mind. Information I can have at my own will. इतनी सारी उनकी एकाग्रता थी, फिर भी वो ज्यादा एकाग्रता चाहते थे स्वामी जी। कितनी एकाग्रता थी उसका दो ही उदाहरण देते। As you know, रामकृष्ण मठ एंड मिशन का हेडक्वार्टर बेलू मठ में है, कलकत्ता के पास, गंगा नदी के किनारे। 220 ब्रांच सेंटर्स है, ऑफिशियल और नॉन ऑफिशियल 1000 नॉन एफिलिएटेड सेंटर्स। ये सब का हेडक्वार्टर बेलू मठ, जिसकी स्थापना भी स्वामी विवेकानंद ने की थी। रामकृष्ण मिशन की स्थापना भी स्वामी विवेकानंद ने की थी 1897 में, और बेलू मठ की स्थापना 1898 में की थी। तो हेडक्वार्टर बेलू मठ में, और बेलू मठ में तुम जाओगे तो बहुत बड़ा एक मंदिर है रामकृष्ण देव का, उसके पीछे में 2 मंजिले की बिल्डिंग है, 2 स्टोरीड बिल्डिंग। उसमें फर्स्ट फ्लोर में एक रूम है जिसमें स्वामी विवेकानंद रहते थे। वो रूम को अभी भी ऐसे ही रखा है जैसे स्वामी जी के समय में था। उनकी टेबल, उनकी चेयर, उनकी पगड़ी, उनके कपड़े, उनका दंड, उनकी सितार, सब कुछ ऐसा है मानो स्वामी जी वहां बैठे। उसी कमरे में स्वामी विवेकानंद जी ने 4 जुलाई 1902 को, 4 जुलाई 1902, at the age of 39 years only, he left his body in deep meditation. He left his body. उसके कुछ दिन पहले की बात है, स्वामी विवेकानंद पढ़ रहे थे किताब का नाम है एनसाइक्लोपीडिया ब्रिटानिका, विश्वकोश, अंग्रेजी में, इतनी मोटी मोटी किताब है। उस समय उनके डिसाइपल आया शरदचंद्र चक्रवर्ती। वो अपनी डायरी में लिखते हैं कि मैं जब वहां पर गया तो स्वामी जी पढ़ रहे थे किताबें, चारों ओर किताबें बिखरी हुई थी और स्वामी जी पढ़ रहे थे किताब, इतनी मोटी मोटी किताबें। मैंने कहा स्वामी जी इतनी सारी किताबें तो पढ़ते जिंदगी पूरी निकल जाएगी। स्वामी जी क्या बात करते हैं, थोड़े दिन पहले किताबें आई है, मैंने 10 खंड पढ़ लिए, अभी मैं 11वां खंड पढ़ रहा हूँ। 10 खंड इतने मोटे मोटे, इम्पॉसिबल, मुझे विश्वास नहीं होता। स्वामी जी का तुझे विश्वास नहीं होता, ठीक है, ये पहले 10 खंड में से तुझे जो प्रश्न पूछना है पूछ। और शिष्य ने कितने सारे प्रश्न पूछे, स्वामी जी ने सभी को उत्तर दिए और सही उत्तर दिए, और कहीं कहीं पुस्तकों की भाषा को उद्धृत किया। तब तो शिष्य आश्चर्यचकित हो गए, स्वामी जी ये तो चमत्कार है। स्वामी जी का चमत्कार नहीं है, ये है मन की एकाग्रता। मन की एकाग्रता हो तो 10 घंटे की पढ़ाई 1 घंटे में हो सकती है। मेरे को कई स्टूडेंट पूछे, स्वामी जी कैसे हो सकता है 10 घंटे की पढ़ाई 1 घंटे में कैसे होगी? मैं बोलते इसलिए हो सकता है क्योंकि अभी हम लोग 1 घंटे की पढ़ाई 10 घंटे में करते हैं, है कि नहीं? किताब हाथ में ले लिया, आंख कहाँ है किताब में, और मन कहाँ है? अरे देखा कल वो हीरो जा रहा था विलियन के पीछे टीवी में, तो उसको जल्दी पकड़ता है, यदि दूसरे रास्ते से जाता है, तू कहाँ रास्ता, किस रास्ते जा रहा है देखो तो, है कि नहीं? मन इधर उधर भटकता है ना। तो इसलिए अभी 1 घंटे की पढ़ाई 10 घंटे में करते हैं, एकाग्रता आएगी 10 घंटे की पढ़ाई 1 घंटे में। तो ये कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन एवरी फील्ड। जब स्वामी जी दूसरी बार अमेरिका गए तो एक पुल पर से जा रहे थे, नदी पर, छोटी नदी थी, उसको पुल, उस समय तो लकड़ी का पुल था, मैं गया तो उस समय ऑलरेडी कंक्रीट हो गया था। कैंप टेलर नाम की जगह है वहां पर, सैन फ्रांसिस्को में, कैंप टेलर, वहां की बात मैं बोल रहा हूँ। तो स्वामी जी उस लकड़ी के पुल पर से गुजर रहे थे, उन्होंने देखा 4 जवान लड़के बंदूक हाथ में लेकर के वो अंडे के छिलकों की माला बनाई थी, उसको शॉट लगा रहे थे। 12 अंडे के छिलके थे, अंडे नहीं, अंडे के छिलके। 12 egg shells that were floating in water, and these cowboys were trying to shoot at the eggs that were floating in water. ये 4 cowboys, जवान लड़के, ये जो अंडे के छिलके की माला थी उसको शॉट लगाने का प्रयत्न कर रहे थे। अब उनके शॉट सब बेकार जा रहे थे क्योंकि माला तो ऊपर नीचे जा रही थी। अब उनको इनके शॉट बेकार गए तो स्वामी जी को बहुत हंसी आ गई, और स्वामी जी को हंसते देख करके चारों जवान लड़के को बड़ा गुस्सा है। What? You are laughing at us? Is it a small job to shoot at the eggs that are floating in water? Okay, we give you the challenge. Let us see how to do it. ऐसा करके उन्होंने स्वामी जी के हाथ में बंदूक दमा दी। हाँ, हम पर हंसते हो, ये कोई छोटी बात है, चलो हम तुमको चैलेंज है, तुम करके बताओ। बंदूक हाथ में दे दी स्वामी जी की। अब क्या किया जाए? स्वामी जी ने बंदूक लिया, फट 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 फट, 12 अंडे के छिलके 12 शॉट में खत्म। ये चारों जवान लड़के तो बहुत आश्चर्यचकित हो गए। स्वामी, हाउ लॉन्ग यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग? वी आर प्रैक्टिसिंग 5 years, वी कुड नॉट डू इट, हाउ लॉन्ग यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग? स्वामी जी का, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, आई एम होल्डिंग द गन फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम। हाँ, फर्स्ट टाइम, एंड यू शूट ऑल द एक्सेस, दैट इज अ मिरेकल। वो तो चमत्कार है, स्वामी जी का चमत्कार नहीं। ये क्या है? मन की एकाग्रता। मन की एकाग्रता हो तो 10 घंटे की पढ़ाई 1 घंटे में हो सकती है, 12 अंडे के छिलके 12 शॉट में खत्म हो सकते हैं, फट 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 फट। खेलकूद में, म्यूजिक में, स्पोर्ट्स में, पढ़ाई में, हर एक क्षेत्र में concentration is the secret of success. So we all want concentration. It's very important. How to get concentration? Very simple formula. C is directly proportional to P, where C is equal to concentration of mind and P is equal to purity of mind. हमारा मन जितना शुद्ध होगा उतना हमारा मन एकाग्र होगा। तो मन कैसे शुद्ध होगा? हमारा आहार शुद्ध होगा तो हमारा मन शुद्ध होगा। तो आहार कैसे शुद्ध होगा? एक तो आहार मुंह से लेते हैं और दूसरा आहार लेते हैं कान से, तीसरा मुंह से, कान से, आंख से। गांधी जी के 3 बंदर सबको मालूम है, बुरा मत देखो, बुरा मत सुनो, बुरा मत बोलो। अभी तुमको दूसरे 3 बंदर की बात बोलता हूँ, स्विट्जरलैंड के 3 बंदर। हमारे एक स्वामी जी वेदांत के प्रचार के लिए गए, वहां स्विट्जरलैंड में एक तालाब के किनारे देखा उन्होंने 3 बंदर की मूर्ति, बड़ी विचित्र मूर्ति। अभी तक उन्होंने 3 बंदर देखे थे, एक बंदर ने 2 आंख बंद की, दूसरे बंदर ने 2 कान बंद किए, तीसरे बंदर ने मुंह बंद किया। तो यहाँ पर देखा स्विट्जरलैंड में 3 बंदर में से एक बंदर ने एक आंख बंद की, दूसरी खुली रखी, दूसरे बंदर ने एक कान बंद किया, दूसरा खुला रखा, तीसरे बंदर ने आधा मुंह और आधा खुला। ये स्वामी जी तो आश्चर्य पड़ गए, अब इसका क्या मीनिंग हो सकता है? फिर उनको वेद का श्लोक याद आ गया और मीनिंग पता पड़ गया। कौन सा श्लोक था? भद्रम कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः, भद्रम पश्येमाक्षभिर्जत्राः, स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनूभिः, व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः, स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवा, स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदा, स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमि, स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। भद्रम कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा, कानों के द्वारा मंगलमय वाणी सुनो, बुरा मत सुनो, एक कान बंद है, अच्छा से जरूर सुनो, एक कान खुला है। भद्रम पश्येमाक्षभिर्जत्राः, एक आंख बंद है, बुरा मत देखो, एक आंख खुली है, अच्छा जरूर देखो। टीवी में खराब पिक्चर मत देखो, अच्छे कार्यक्रम अवश्य देखो। खराब किताबें मत पढ़ो, अच्छी किताबें अवश्य पढ़ो। स्वामी विवेकानंद की किताबें अवश्य पढ़ो। जिन किताबों से मन में पावर आता है, शक्ति आती है, पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग आती है, ऐसी किताबें अवश्य पढ़ो। आधा मुंह बंद है, किसी की निंदा मत करो, डोंट क्रिटिसाइज अदर्स, बट आधा मुंह खुला है, बट हैव ए वर्ड ऑफ एप्रिसिएशन फॉर अदर्स। प्रोत्साहन के 2 शब्द जरूर कहो। इस प्रकार से हमारी इंद्रियों के द्वारा शुद्ध आहार ग्रहण करेंगे, अशुद्ध आहार ग्रहण नहीं करेंगे, हमारा मन शुद्ध होगा, मन शुद्ध होगा तो हमारा मन एकाग्र होगा। दूसरी बात है कि हमारा जीवन हमको नियमित करना पड़ेगा। जीवन नियमित होगा तो जीवन नियंत्रित होगा, जीवन नियंत्रित होगा तो मन नियंत्रित होगा, मन नियंत्रित होगा तो मन एकाग्र होगा। मेरे पास बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट आते हैं, मैं उनको पूछता हूँ, भैया सुबह कितने बजे उठते हो? कुछ निश्चित नहीं है, कभी 6 बजे, 7 बजे, रविवार तो 8 भी बज जाता है। अच्छा, तुम्हारा सोने का टाइम क्या है? कुछ निश्चित नहीं, कभी 10 बजे, कभी 11 बजे, 12 भी बज जाता है, 1 भी बज जाता है छुट्टी के लिए। अच्छा, तुम्हारा पढ़ाई का टाइम है? कुछ निश्चित नहीं है, मूड आता पढ़ लेते। अच्छा, तुम्हारा खाने पीने का टाइम क्या है? कुछ निश्चित नहीं, जब भूख लगती खा लेते। अच्छा, तुम्हारा खेलकूद का टाइम? अरे निश्चित नहीं। टीवी का टाइम? निश्चित नहीं। फिर मेरे को आकर पूछे, स्वामी जी मन की एकाग्रता कब है? निश्चित नहीं है। तुम्हारा जब निश्चित नहीं है, एकाग्रता निश्चित नहीं है। तो एकाग्रता निश्चित करने क्या करना पड़ेगा? उठने का टाइम निश्चित, सोने का टाइम निश्चित, खेलकूद का टाइम निश्चित, पढ़ाई का टाइम निश्चित, तो एकाग्रता निश्चित होगी। इसलिए एक टाइम टेबल बनाना पड़ेगा, प्रैक्टिकेबल टाइम टेबल बनाओ आज ही, और उसके अनुसार एक नियमित दिनचर्या बनाओ। इतने बजे उठना, इतने बजे सोना, इतने बजे पढ़ना, ऐसा करके टाइम टेबल बनाने से रेगुलर लाइफ होगा। तो हमारा मन, हमारा जीवन जितना नियमित होगा उतना हमारा मन, उतना हमारा जीवन नियंत्रित होगा। जीवन जितना नियंत्रित होगा उतना मन नियंत्रित होगा, मन नियंत्रित होगा तो मन एकाग्र होगा। ये मैंने एकाग्रता की कुछ बातें बताई, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, इसको याद रखो। और अभी एक छोटी सी कहानी के द्वारा मैं समाप्त करूंगा। ये कहानी स्वामी विवेकानंद ने बताई थी कि कोरोना वायरस हो चाहे कुछ भी हो, कोरोना का बाप भी आ जाए तो हमको डरना नहीं। कोई भी मुसीबत आए हमको डरना नहीं है, कोई भी मुसीबत आए हमको डरना नहीं। क्यों? हम शेर हैं, हम भेड़ नहीं है। ये शेर और भेड़नी की कहानी याद रखो। स्वामी जी कहते हैं, यू आर लॉयन, come up all lions and shake up the delusion that you are sheep. Your soul is immortal, spirit free, blessed and eternal. You are not matter. You are not bodies. Matter is servant, not he the servant of matter. ये संदेश उन्होंने स्वामी विवेकानंद शिकागो धर्म सभा में दिया था। श्वेता श्वेत उपनिषद का श्लोक उन्होंने सुनाया था, जिसमें कहा गया, शृण्वन्तु विश्वे अमृतस्य पुत्राः आये धामानि दिव्यानि तस्तु वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तं आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेव विदित्वाति मृतमेति नान्य पंथा विदितेन। हे अमृत के संतानों सुनो, ye the children of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings, ye divinities on sinners, it is a sin to call a man so. It is a standing liable on human nature. Come up, alliance, and shake up the delusion that you are sheep. Your souls immortal, spirits free, blessed and eternal. You are not matter, you are not bodies. Matter is a servant, not he the servant of matter. वो शेरो इस मिथ्याभ्रम को झटक करके फेंक दो कि तुम भेड़ हो। तुम भेड़ नहीं हो, तुम शेर हो। तुम्हारे जन्म आत्मा हो, तुम्हारे भीतर में आत्मा की अनंत शक्ति विराजमान है। ये स्वामी जी ने मैसेज दिया था वहां शिकागो धर्म सभा में, जो आज हमको बहुत आवश्यक है, खास करके जब भी कोरोना वायरस से हम लोग लड़ रहे हैं। कोई भी बड़ी मुसीबत से हमारे जीवन में कोई भी संकट आएगा, कोई भी स्ट्रगल आएगा, कोई भी चैलेंज आएगी, तब हमको याद रखना है, वी आर लॉयंस, वी शुड नॉट बी अफ्रेड। छोटी सी कहानी, बहुत बढ़िया कहानी याद रखनी है। एक शेरनी जा रही थी जंगल में से, और तब भेड़ों का झुंड जा रहा था उसी जंगल में से, रास्ते में से। उस झुंड को पार करने शेरनी ने छलांग लगाई। शेरनी छलांग लगाई तो शेरनी उस समय गर्भवती थी, शी वॉज प्रेग्नेंट। तो उसने एक छोटे बच्चे को जन्म दिया, और ये छोटा बच्चा ये भेड़ों के झुंड में गिर गया। और शेरनी तो उस पार गई, और क्योंकि वो प्रेग्नेंट थी और उसको गर्भपात हो गया, तो उससे उसके कारण वो मर गई। अब ये शेरनी का बच्चा रोने लग गया क्योंकि उसकी मां मर गई थी। तो भेड़ों की मां को दया आ गई, तो भेड़ों की मां ने उसका लालन पालन शुरू किया। अब ये शेरनी का बच्चा भेड़ों के साथ जाने लग गया, भेड़ों के साथ खेलने लग गया, भेड़ों के समान घास खाने लग गया, और भेड़ों के समान ब्या ब्या बोलना शुरू कर दिया। ऐसा करते आगे बढ़ा गया। बहुत समय बाद एक बहुत बड़ा शेर आया। उसने देखा रास्ते पर से कितनी सारे भेड़े जा रही है, ब्या 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 करते करते। आश्चर्य से देखा, आखिरी में एक छोटा शेर है, वो भी ब्या ब्या कर रहा है। हाँ, इस शेर को भी ब्या ब्या करते उसने कभी सुना ही नहीं था। तो नजदीक आया जानने के लिए भी बात क्या है, और इतने बड़े शेर को देख करके भेड़े इतनी घबरा गई, ब्या ब्या करके भागने लगी। ये छोटा शेर है भी ब्या ब्या, वो भी भागने लग गया। बड़े शेर ने पकड़ा है, तू कहाँ जाता है? अरे ये भेड़े हैं मुझसे डरती है क्योंकि भेड़ है, मैं शेर हूँ। तू तो मेरे समान से, तू मुझसे क्यों डरता है? शेर रोने लग गया, बै 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 बै, मैं तो भेड़ हूं, मैं तो भेड़ हूं। अरे बेवकूफ कहीं का, तू शेर होकर के अपने आप को भेड़ बोलता है? तू शेर है, शेर। ये छोटा शेर और भी घबरा गया, और भी रोने लग गया, बै बै बै, मैं तो भेड़ हूं, मैं तो भेड़ हूं। बड़े शेर को बड़ा गुस्सा है, छोटी बात में समझता नहीं, पकड़ा उसको, गले से पकड़ करके घसीट करके लाया एक तालाब के किनारे। तालाब की किनारे ला करके देख, देख तेरा चेहरा देख, पानी में मेरा चेहरा देख, तेरा चेहरा मेरे समान है, शेर के समान ना, वो भेड़ के समान है। देखा, हाँ मेरा चेहरा तो शेर के समान, बस समझ गया, तू शेर है, भेड़ नहीं है। अब ब्या ब्या करना बंद कर, मेरे समान गर्ज ना कर, चल अब तू जंगल का राजा बन गया। हाँ, जंगल का राजा बन गया। ये स्वामी विवेकानंद कहानी सुना के बताया, देखो ये शेर तो पहले से शेर था ना, नया बना, पहले से था, तो क्यों ब्या ब्या करता था? भूल गया था कि मैं शेर हूं। उसी प्रकार से स्वामी विवेकानंद बोलते हैं, प्रत्येक मनुष्य के मन में, प्रत्येक मनुष्य के हृदय में आत्मा है। क्या है? आत्मा। इस आत्मा में कितनी शक्ति है? अनंत शक्ति। ऐसी अनंत शक्ति वाला आत्मा किस में है? प्रत्येक मनुष्य में है। छोटा हो चाहे बड़ा, पुरुष हो चाहे स्त्री, लड़का हो चाहे लड़की, उच्च वर्ण का हो निम्न वर्ण का हो, गरीब हो पैसा वाला हो, प्रत्येक मनुष्य के भीतर में, इररेस्पेक्टिव कास्ट, क्रीड, कलर, रिलीजन, नेशनलिटी, देयर इज अ डिवाइन स्पार्क। एक डिवाइन स्पार्क है, वो आत्मा है, जिस आत्मा में अनंत शक्ति विराजमान है। पर हम उसको भूल गए हैं, इसलिए हम ब्या ब्या करते हैं। हाँ ब्या ब्या ब्या, क्या होगा, ये कोरोना वायरस आ गया, हाँ, क्या होगा, मुझे यदि कोरोना हो गया तो क्या होगा, हाँ, मुझे बहुत डर लगता है, परीक्षा आ गई क्या होगा, परीक्षा से मुझे बहुत डर लगता है, नर्वसनेस आ जाती है, टूर्नामेंट में मैं कैसे जा भाग लूंगा, मुझे बहुत डर लगता है। ब्या ब्या ब्या, ब्या ब्या करना बंद करो आज से। नहीं, मैं भेड़ नहीं हूं, मैं शेर हूं। आई एम ए लॉयन, आई एम ए लॉयनेस। छोड़ दो ये जो दिस वीकनेस शुड बी रिमूव्ड। ऑलवेज रिमेंबर इन्फिनिट पावर। इस आत्मा में अनंत शक्ति विराजमान है। कितनी शक्ति है? इन्फिनिट पावर। आत्मा में कितनी शक्ति है? इन्फिनिट पावर, अनंत शक्ति। ऐसी किस में है? प्रत्येक मनुष्य के भीतर, पर सोई हुई है, उसको जगाना पड़ेगा। जगाने के 4 उपाय हैं, एक ध्यान, दूसरा प्रार्थना, तीसरा निस्वार्थ सेवा और चौथा ज्ञान, इंस्पिरेशनल रीडिंग। ये 4 की बात मैंने कही थी। 4 योगों के द्वारा प्रतिदिन थोड़ा ध्यान करो। 2 मिनट का ध्यान मैंने सिखाया, 2 मिनट खुली आंख से, 2 मिनट बंद आंख से। प्रार्थना मैंने सिखाई, रोज प्रार्थना करो, ध्यान करो, अच्छी तरह पढ़ाई करो, ये पढ़ाई भगवान के लिए है, ऐसा मान करके चलो, और निस्वार्थ सेवा कुछ करो, और अच्छी इंस्पिरेशनल किताबें पढ़ो। इस प्रकार से इंस्पिरेशनल किताब पढ़ने से इंस्पिरेशनल थॉट्स आएंगे, पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग आएगी। ये चारों को रोज एवरी डे इफ यू प्रैक्टिस दिस 4 योगा, ग्रेजुअली भीतर में आत्मा की अनंत शक्ति जागृत होगी। ये जो सोया हुआ है भीतर में है, परंतु इट इज नॉट मैनिफेस्टेड, इसलिए आज हमको डर लग रहा है। जब वो शक्ति जाग जाएगी तब हमको डर नहीं लगेगा। सो भीतर में ही है शक्ति। वी डोंट हैव टू इंपोर्ट दैट पावर, दैट इन्फिनिट पावर इज देयर इनसाइड। वी हैव टू जस्ट अवेकन दैट पावर विदिन, अवेकन द जायंट विदिन। Each and every human being has got that tremendous power, infinite power. So always remember that power. कहानी को याद रखो, मैं भेड़ नहीं हूं, मुझे किसी से डरना नहीं है। कोरोना आए चाहे कोरोना का बाप है, परीक्षा आए चाहे परीक्षा का बाप है, मैं किसी से डरता नहीं हूं, मैं किसी से डरती नहीं हूं। नो, मेरे पास अनंत शक्ति है, सबका मैं सामना करूंगी। इस प्रकार की शक्ति, इस प्रकार का आत्मविश्वास, that tremendous self-confidence to be there. And then इसको रोज लाने के लिए I will request all of you that you must read the books of Swami Vivekananda, full of power. रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर ये नोबेल प्राइज विनर थे, उन्होंने एक दूसरे नोबेल प्राइज विनर रोमा रोला, ये भी नोबेल प्राइज विनर थे फ्रेंच भाषा में, लिटरेचर में। तो इन्होंने लिखा, इन्होंने कहा, रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर ने फ्रेंच में टुमारो लोग को कहा, if you want to know India, study Vivekananda. In him everything is positive, nothing negative. पूरा पॉजिटिव है स्वामी विवेकानंद की किताबों में, तो पढ़ो। और इसीलिए फिर बाद में रोमा रोला ने जब किताबें पढ़ी, इतना पावर उनमें आ गया। उसके बाद में स्वामी विवेकानंद की किताबों के बारे में उन्होंने कहा, his words are great music, phrases in the style of Beethoven. I cannot touch these things of his scattered as they are through the pages at thirstiest distance without receiving a thrill through my body like an electric shock. आज 30 वर्षों बाद भी, उस समय 1932 की बात है, 1902 में स्वामी जी का शरीर चला गया, 1902, उसके 30 साल बाद उन्होंने लिखा था, इसलिए बोलते हैं आज 30 साल बाद भी जब स्वामी जी की किताबों को पढ़ता हूं तो मुझे इलेक्ट्रिक शॉक जैसा रोमांच आता है। And I am telling you, even as on today, in 2020, if you read the books of Swami Vivekananda, you get that electric shock effect. वो रोमांच आता है, आज भी करके देखो, स्वामी जी की किताब पढ़ के देखो। That is the power that is there. So read the books of Swami Vivekananda every day. Surcharge yourself, get yourself charged up. है ना, मोबाइल की बैटरी तो रोज चार्ज करते हो ना, नहीं तो फिर व्हाट्सएप भी नहीं जाएगा, कोई मैसेज नहीं जाएगा, ऑनलाइन क्लास भी नहीं होगा, कुछ नहीं होगा। तो मोबाइल की बैटरी को रोज रात को चार्ज करना, हाँ वो तो तुम करती हो। अब दूसरी बात है, मेंटल बैटरी को भी चार्ज करना पड़ेगा। तो मोबाइल की बैटरी चार्ज करने के लिए इलेक्ट्रिक शॉक लगा दिया, जो प्लग था उसको सॉकेट में डाल दिया, है ना। उसी प्रकार से हमारे मेंटल बैटरी को चार्ज करने के लिए इलेक्ट्रिक करंट चाहिए। इलेक्ट्रिक करंट कहां से आएगा? स्वामी विवेकानंद की किताब से। किसने कहा? रोमा रोला ने। इलेक्ट्रिक शॉक, इवन टुडे व्हेन आई रीड द बुक्स ऑफ स्वामी विवेकानंद आई फील एन इलेक्ट्रिक शॉक। ये इलेक्ट्रिक शॉक आएगा स्वामी जी की किताब से। जब तुम्हारे मोबाइल की बैटरी को चार्ज करने के लिए रख देना, प्लग को सॉकेट में डालना, हाथ में स्वामी विवेकानंद की किताब ले लेना, जब तक कि तुम्हारा मोबाइल चार्ज हो जाएगा, स्वामी जी का जो पढ़ने से, किताब पढ़ने से तुम्हारी मेंटल बैटरी भी चार्ज हो जाएगी, दोनों चार्ज एक साथ हो जाएगा, है ना। दिस इज द बेस्ट मेथड ऑफ चार्जिंग द मेंटल बैटरी। व्हाइल चार्जिंग द मोबाइल बैटरी, चार्ज द मेंटल बैटरी by reading the books of Swami Vivekananda. This is what I will advise you. I am very happy to have interaction with you. सबको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. I am giving you best wishes and congratulations that all of you not only participated. Of course, participation itself is a big thing. In such a type of contest, when you worked hard, all those who have worked hard, whether they got prizes or not, whether they will get prizes or not, irrespective of that, they have to be congratulated. But you, the selected few who got the prizes, who worked much more hard, and you got the prizes, all of you, deserve compliments, congratulations, and I'm giving you a lot of best wishes. And my advice to you is, don't stop here. Go forward, go forward, go forward. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. What is the goal? The goal is to manifest the divinity within by controlling nature, external and internal. By practicing these 4 yogas. That is the goal that we have to reach. In between, when we are trying to reach the goal, there will be so many other small goals. We will develop our career. We'll get good marks in the examination. These are all stations, in between stations. But ultimate goal is to get infinite law, infinite power, infinite happiness, infinite bliss, and infinite power. That is our goal. And we will try to get it. Okay? All the best wishes to all of you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you,
Great.
Maharaj.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for taking precious time out. It was a wonderful interaction,
Now,
not only
be
for
in touch.
children, but
Don't get lost. Don't get lost in the market. You should try to be in touch with us, and we will tell you our website. Our website is there, rkmrajkot.org. www.rkmrajkot.org. इस वेबसाइट पे भी बहुत सारा मिल जाएगा, बहुत सारी लिंक मिल जाएगी, बहुत सारे वीडियोस मिल जाएंगे. And there is another swaminikileshwaran.com. वो वेबसाइट में से आर्टिकल्स मिलेंगे, और YouTube में भी मेरे नाम से YouTube, उसमें भी आपको बहुत सारे लेक्चर्स मिलेंगे. और रामकृष्ण आश्रम के भी YouTube है, और स्वामी निखिलेश्वर नाम से YouTube, उसमें भी बहुत सारे लेक्चर्स मिलेंगे. गो थ्रू दिस लेक्चर्स. कभी भी कुछ भी डिफिकल्टी हो, my email ID is there, nikileshwaran@gmail.com, nikileshwarananda@gmail.com. You can always send the mail. Be in touch with us and go forward. And I pray to Swami Vivekananda, may his blessings be on all of you, all those who have got the prizes, and all those who have not even got the prizes. On all of you, may he shower his blessings, and may all of you build up your personality, build up your character. Total personality development may happen to you, and also serve the society, serve the nation, and fulfill the dream of Swami Vivekananda. He said India will become so great that its past glory will fade into insignificance. Past, India was on the top of the world. It was Vishwaguru. But Swamiji said the future of India is going to be still more glorious, and we all have to work hard for that. So thank you all very much. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you.
Okay, all the best.